Inheritance, two real stories. Today we've got two real stories about inheritance. One is about a stepmother trying to hide a will and take everything for herself. The other, about a mother who demands her daughter give up her inheritance to pay her back for raising her. Two different families, two different situations, but both full of drama and difficult choices. So grab your tea, sit back, and let's get into it. Story 1. Stepmom tries to hide the will from the kids. A legal company contacted me about my father's will. Jenny, my stepmother, claimed there was no will. I didn't question it much at first. They were married, so I assumed she'd inherit everything. I asked her for a copy and got no response. Later, my brother called Jenny to ask what was going on. They spoke for nearly an hour, but the moment he brought up the will directly, she snapped. She yelled, "How dare you? You're tearing this family apart. I'll have to go back to work earlier because of this." Jenny hasn't worked at all, not even after our father passed away. It's been a year. We, the kids, only support ourselves. And yet, she calls us greedy and says that if we take the money, we're basically thieves. You're grown adults. You should be ashamed to even ask for anything. I nearly cried when I read her messages. My brother said it all feels off, like she's hiding something. We've never even seen the will. And honestly, if she had come to us and said, "I'm struggling, I need help," we would have helped. But this, telling us there's no will, or you're not in it anyway, and then refusing to prove it, that's a massive red flag. I looked into the laws and it turns out we still have legal rights to part of the inheritance, even if we weren't named. So now I'm wondering, would I be wrong for claiming what's legally mine? Highlighted comments, only the strongest ones. Tango 421. This is a job for a lawyer. Don't handle this alone. The emotional pressure won't work, but legal pressure will. Militant ignorance. Wills are usually registered. You have the right to see it. It's not just her document if you're a legal heir. Lopsided palace. The sooner you secure your share, the better you can protect your younger sisters. She doesn't get to control everything. Wishy-washy 12. In some countries, parents can't fully cut children out of a will. There's a minimum share you're entitled to. Ask a lawyer, Corgi Huntress. Pension and will are separate things, but in both cases, you may still have a legal claim. Request documents officially. Update from the original poster, OP. I spoke with a lawyer. He confirmed that even if we weren't named in the will, we still have the right to challenge it. I don't want to destroy the family, but Jenny already broke that trust by lying. All I want is the truth. If my dad truly left us nothing, I'll accept that. But if she's so confident, she should have no problem showing the document. Unfortunately, this is where the story ends. I would have loved to know what happened next, but the author never posted an update, and the thread has been archived. There weren't even any new comments. In general, stories about wills and inheritance often bring serious tension into families. These situations happen more often than we think, and every time, they test not only relationships, but also our sense of fairness. What do you think? Have you ever experienced something similar? Inheritance disputes, family conflict, or legal battles? Let us know in the comments, because stories like this might be closer to home than they seem. And now, let's move on to the next one. Story 2. My mom wants me to give her my inheritance as payback for raising me. I'm 24, and not long ago I inherited an apartment and some money from my biological father. He passed away a few months ago. We never had a real relationship. When I was 6, he left us, just disappeared, and started a new life in another country. My mom raised me on her own. She worked 3 jobs, did everything she could to provide for me. I've always been grateful to her. A few years later, she met someone new and had a son, my younger brother. He became her entire world. I was often left out, but I told myself, it's okay. He's just a kid, I'm the older one. Years went by. My life was hard. School, side jobs, renting apartments. I almost never asked for help. Meanwhile, my brother got everything. New clothes, trips, electronics. Whenever I asked for support, my mom would say, "You're an adult now. Handle it yourself." Then the letter came. After my father died, a lawyer called. Turns out he left me an apartment in Tallinn and a decent amount of savings. I was shocked. I expected nothing from him. He never called, never paid child support, never showed up. I told my mom about the inheritance. She went quiet, then said, "You do realize this is only because I raised you. If it weren't for me, you wouldn't even be alive. So this belongs to me." I asked her what she meant. "You need to sign the apartment over to me. I'll renovate it, maybe give it to your brother. You can stay with us for now." I just stood there, speechless. The conflict, she said it was only fair. After all, she spent her whole life raising me. And my father, he doesn't deserve for his money to stay with you. I told her I understood how she felt, but this inheritance was my one chance to finally start fresh. I'd worked since I was 17, rented places on my own, never asked for anything. And now that I finally had something, why should I give it away? She got upset. She called me ungrateful, said I didn't care about family, said I chose money over love. Then my brother got involved. He messaged me saying mom cries every night. He said he'd hoped for that apartment. And now I was breaking the family apart, all over money. What people said online. I posted the story online. Here's what people wrote. "You don't owe her anything. Parenting isn't a loan you pay back. Parents raise kids because they choose to, not for compensation." Reddit. "She has no right. She's demanding you repay her for deciding to be a mother? That's twisted." Reddit. "She wants the apartment just to give it to your brother. That says everything. You were always second place." Reddit. "This is your life. This is a gift, even if it came late. Use it wisely." Reddit final. No update. I didn't sign anything. I've started the process of legally transferring the apartment into my name. I'm looking into renovations, into making it my own. My mom stopped talking to me. My brother blocked me everywhere. It hurts. But maybe this was the only way to finally stop being the girl who always owes everything and never gets anything in return. And that's the end of our second story. It's definitely a complicated one. On the one hand, the mother did raise her, made sacrifices, and maybe the daughter could have helped. But on the other hand, it's her money, her chance to finally build something of her own. It's not a black and white situation. What do you think about this story or the first one? Share your thoughts in the comments. We always love reading what you have to say. Sometimes you notice things that even the storyteller missed. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.